Oh, hi, gozaimasu there, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have you. Good morning, good morning. How you doing, chickens? I heard you're about to sleep, so I'm like, gotta do it now. Gotta do it now. To action stations. Oh, dear. Well, we'll equal out. I've just woke up. You're just about to go to sleep. It'll equal out. Yeah, here we are. He has named his turn. There's no crying in baseball. He did send an email to me. He says, wait, let me read it actually. It's quite amusing. It's amusing. It's good. It's good stuff. It's all good stuff. Let's see. By the way, if you hear anything in the background, it's just my dishwasher. Where is it? I hate when Gmail does these massive... I don't know what you call it. Yeah, he says, and damn it, you spotted one of my CVs trying to sneak into Tonga. I don't know where Tonga is, but I think it might be somewhere near Vanuatu or Fiji. Fiji and Tonga. Rings a bell. I don't think he means Africa, of course. Or West Africa. Right, so... we do have a number of submarines in the area, hopefully trying to hit a number of items with them. He, of course, has the same. We're not moving as much as we once were, though, so got to hope that we are safer than before. It is interesting, really. I don't expect anything tremendous to happen today, unless he comes in range of 11 from Tulagi. Excuse me. Apparently shipping the Marshalls, that'd be interesting. Yeah, near Fiji, yeah. Ooh, good, yeah, okay. We had some slight flotation failure there aboard the heavy cruiser Keiko. She was set to cruise, actually, but yeah. She's going to go into the port there today. Right, so he's attempting to attack our PBs here. Or the PBs attempting to attack him. I always forget which way round it is. Yeah. Ah, no, southeast, yeah. I mean, it's fortunate that we were able to spot him. Ideally, we are able to gather more information, because it will help us a hell of a lot. But at least knowing where carriers are makes a tremendous difference for us. Like right now, he doesn't know where ours are. He knows where Cargo is, roughly. And does he deduce that's where the rest of the Kidipati is? It's hard to say, really. It's like once we saw the British carriers, we're like, right, okay, well, we know where they are, but where's the rest? Okay, moving into the AM operations here. Yeah, so of course seeing ships are there. We do have a group of 29, I think they're B5N2s or I think it's B5N2s, or they're a class of dive bomber anyway. They're based now at Patan Island. The reason for them being there is obviously XW, obviously they carry a larger bomb. It looks like our Oilers managed to slip through there. Yep, there we go, B5N1 Kates, that's the one I'm looking for. Right, tanker there. AK. Yeah, seen quite a lot. Medium bomber there. Looks like we have bad weather over China, which is simulated by my dishwasher. Okay. Yep, there we go. We're starting to see those more often now, which is good news. Oh, right. I was like, wait a minute, wait, what? Yeah, of course, Bang Doing has gone. So in fairness, these guys could actually go in ahead. Yeah, we'll have these transferred to China then, more than likely. I'd completely forgotten about that. Yeah, just a base force there. Right, so continue the bombing mission here at Moresby. We did intend to actually bomb yesterday, we just had the bad weather. There we go. Just keep up the pressure, really. We did consider, well, we did agonise over bombarding Cairns today. Really agonised over it. We decided to forego it for now. Ideally get more information. Okay. I2's actually heading out this way, so we see King here. Interestingly, I don't think he had awareness of her before, so I think this is just maybe patrols. It's not looking good either way. Oh yeah, it looks like she might go down there, in fact. Well, 3 hits. Not good for her anyway, she'll probably have to return to port there. Yeah, let's destroy escorts are nasty. Lots and lots of ASW. So quiet turn there, which I don't mind. I think this turn will likely go ahead and bomb Luganville with the bombs at Kitty We could, I mean actually, interestingly enough, I did have submarines go into the hex of Luganville, so maybe, I don't know, that's weird actually. I'm really quite surprised they didn't attack the ship there. That's interesting. Yeah, either way. I don't mind the quiet turns here and there, because they do help, so. They help him out too, but it more or less helps us. Each day gives us enough day to build up air bases, fortifications, that sort of thing, really. I mean, obviously it works to his favour too, but, well, we are approaching the time of the war now where he will have assets to be able to start launching counterattacks if he so wishes to do so. Still, it was nice to take out Bandung last turn. That was good. Oh, considering when the Yamato arrives, she's going to arrive in about 8 days or so now. Thinking about having her shifted down to Singapore. The reason being it gives her security in that area there. She can also be based in Singapore. Obviously, we have that as our major naval base in the area. There's a 70k naval shipyard there as well, repair shipyard, so obviously she was damaged by aircraft, should be there. But no, I think she'd be great to have in that area. But now I was thinking, like, what would we want to do with her? I think eventually we'd probably, depending on what course we want to take, if we were to go with the Russians, we'd have her returned for bombardment purposes. But I think having her down in Singapore, so I didn't really have a need to move her somewhere. She consumes quite a lot of fuel. She's a great asset, but she does need protection as well, as does every asset really. I mean, carriers need protection, battleships need protection. So I'm like, you know what, we could probably have her based out of Singapore. It would be very difficult to sink her, and it would provide some pretty tremendous security in that northern area. So I'm looking towards having like a mix of lighter ships out that way. So if we had something like a Yamato, which is like essentially like the beefiest battleship there is, but definitely a fuel-hungry Sao, it definitely works out that way. They'd augment each other. Okay, so the additional forces of our own have arrived here. His numbers have increased. Obviously, that's Corps returning. We can see that the amount of guns has not changed. So he has men return, but their guns do not return with them. 144. Looks like we had bad weather over here today, so we didn't see the bombing over here today. Right, bombardment over here. Let's wait on the tanks. I'd imagine that they'd retreat down that way, but I can't be sure. Yeah. Very quiet turn, I don't mind that feeling. Lightweight there, size 6. Good. Yeah. Yeah, quiet turn. But he's preparing, as are we, really. But each day does help us out tremendously. I mean, each day, 3 new nicks, 5 new zeros. That does help. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, some upgrades at the beginning. Quite a few upgrades at the beginning. I'm gonna have to double check what those ones are. I didn't anticipate as many, actually. But of course, there's quite a few DDs there, actually. Aye, so they're in a good place for it. Just need to bounce the garrisons out. New tanker arriving is fantastic. That's very good news. Akanemaru. Right, so we'll go ahead and save it and open it once more. Yeah. Now, this is it. A little boring, I suppose, from a viewing perspective, but then this is it. Well, we can always expect days where we'll have quiet. But I don't mind that at all. Every day things are moving. Every day things are grooving. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up then. Now, we did see a number of task forces moving. We'll have to try and figure out their direction. But we know that there's roughly guys in that area. It'd be nice to know if we still had detection over them. You feeling tired there, chickens? Don't you be quitting on me, man. Yeah, we shifted the submarines up this way. Moving west. Well, there we go. Apparently there's AOs there. Yeah, apparently quite a few. Yes. So we can see over here, but in Luganville, still seeing the same numbers. Yeah, I'm surprised that they, it's like they went in there. I'm surprised. Maybe she's docked. But there's no port. Oh, no, there is a port. Was there always a port? No, there's always been a port, actually. No, there's always been a port. There wasn't an airfield, that's it, yeah. No, that's fine. So she probably has docked in there. That's fine. But we do see a number of ships moving this way. Apparently a tanker there, too. What we're going to go ahead and do, really, is because we do have additional submarines coming into the area, too, is just simply master submarines. And that's going to be very difficult for him to manage, really. There's I-7 there, I-158, RO3, Row 34, heading down that way, too. We do have another 6 submarines over here, too. These guys have just repaired, so they can be shipped out of here. Let's see. Yeah, so 2 can leave today. I-154 needs to be repaired there. Yeah, she has some major, so we'll have to put her in there. Repair ship 3 days. I think it's worthwhile to get them repaired when they have major damage. They won't be long either. Yeah, not long. Yeah, it would be great. I mean, if they are in fact AOs, it would be pretty damn amazing. But I mean, you take a look at how many submarines are behind them now. We do have the H6K4s. Oh, that's weird. Ha, okay. Ha, right. Okay, that's my bad. Yeah, I had meant to do that. I remember doing it, but I think I must have done it on the wrong save and then forgot to redo it. That's okay. That's okay. Ah, fuck's sake. Well, we would have had the H6K4s there, but I forgot to do that. So, change that over to General Defense. Right, now we can have the H6K4s there. What's the weather today? Extreme overcast. Overcast. Well, we'll double check on that one. So we need to try and get them over there. Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, we do have a number of roofies over here as well, actually. I was like, wait a minute. Something ain't right. Alright. They're heading home. Yeah. They just need to get home now. I'll set them off towards the round and then refuel them as they run out. It's just that one there that's going to run out. Okay. Yeah, so all the ships will be leaving here today, which is good news. So we do have our cruisers over here at Woodlark, but we do have our NICs. We do have our ground forces over here then, so 14th Army is also beginning to march there. And the good news is that they do have some prep already for Moresby. Like, the division not as much, but the HQ does have more, which is quite useful. So we've got 20 miles there, 21 miles there, 30 miles there, yeah. It's going to begin to slow down a lot. It's going to take quite a few days to get out of this position here, but they will arrive soon enough. He probably will begin to then throw bombers potentially here, but we'll see about that. Yeah. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is we do have these AKs here. Need to figure out the best position, but essentially what we're going to do is use them as pickets. Because we had noticed that there were reports over here, and over here as well. And we're like, well, okay, where are those reports coming from? And we're like, okay, it could be Coast Watchers. So like in Japan and other places that Japan controls, you can see that we do have friendly Coast Watchers present. And this entire area has Coast Watchers. So he could have been picking up information like that for quite a while, and we just haven't realised, or some places would notice, but other places we might not have noticed. Right, so we see quite a procession of submarines here. Quite the procession. Yeah, luckily our forces did make it through. Yeah, there we are. And this is going to get better. As we move more and more bombs down here, it's going to get better. So you can see that we have like, 6, 7, 8 there. We do have another 6 there, so that's like 12. What did I say? 6, 7, 8? You know what I mean. I discount that. Yeah, we have 29 P5M1s over here. And they're all good pilots. All very good pilots. You can see there's an attack there conducted today, which gained them experience. Yeah, so you can see they're very good pilots. Yeah, there's a bit akin to that. Yeah, so that's going to be quite nice. You can see obviously they'll be carrying the 250 kilogram bombs there. So that's going to start to cause him some problems. You can see there's actually begun to spread them out here. Eventually we'll go ahead and pick up 21st/B/1, but we'll eventually get there. Okay. Yeah, tanks are on the way now. There's major road here from Suyong, so they'll move a lot faster. Yeah, Kunming. Do have a third army here too. So yeah, we're just getting into the last days now, Kunming. Last days. The good news is you can see the Imperial Guard Division has been able to recover in that time. You can see 5th Division there, it's a beautiful division, 478. You can see that Imperial Guard has recovered quite a bit. Obviously, there's still 32 there, but they've been able to recover. I think I'm not going to rush too much over here. You can see we've had 38th Division arrive and 104th Division. Yeah, I'm not going to rush to attack Chongqing. I'm going to allow tanks to arrive. I really want to consolidate all the tanks. But the good news is at least while we do have that process ongoing, they'll begin to recover too. I mean, obviously we do need more support here due to sheer amounts of men here. I think it might be the largest collection we've had for quite a while. Additional artillery here too. Oops. Yep. More of it will be arriving sooner rather than later. Alright. Additional artillery here. So the bombardment is getting heavier each turn. Yeah, I mean those are 28cm guns, so they'll be quite nice. Yeah, so each day is becoming progressively heavier. Right, yeah, they're about to transfer into there. Where's the rest of that division? Right, Chengtu. And there, okay. So, they've been able to take advantage of... well, actually, I should have placed them into rest. I forgot to place them back into rest. But yeah, they're going to head south, link up at Nakyang. We'll link up with that other division there in the future, Nakyang too. And we'll have another division to move in here. I need to get a small force to occupy that, but we'll get that down. We do have a couple of regiments that are not going to be able to really move out the area. That tank regiment there, yeah, I'll soon be out there. So, another 6 or so miles there. And then we're onto the roads, and then it'll be a lot easier to get down here. I'm just going to take the time to assemble all the tanks, I reckon. I think that'll be worthwhile. He's going to gain additional men, but it's not so much the number of men. Well, of course it will make a difference. But it's kind of like just a mass, really. Just a sheer mass. It's more so the fortifications of the terrain that's going to cause the big problems. Also, the more men he has there, the worse it'll be, but yeah. I'm just going to try and get all the tanks there. And each day is another day of bombardment. And bombing if the weather's good. Yeah. Not surprised they didn't run today. Must have been bad weather. I do have forces beginning to move now. Thai forces beginning to move into China too. And the beauty is, it's like, over here at Paoshan there's a garrison, so when the Thai unit arrives, they need to stay still. When that Thai unit arrives, I can have these forces then returned, which would be quite good. And yeah, it's going to help. It's going to help quite a lot. Like, once I get them here, I can have what will have to be left here moved elsewhere then. Which is quite handy. Alright, let's see. Alright, so it's going to be quite good. And these guys are moving up this road over here. They're going to take up possession of these hexes. Make sure we can hold the road open. Armored cars will be good for that sort of thing too. Hey, doing there, son. Good to have you, my friend. Very quiet town. Yeah. Need more headquarters up there too, which should be excellent. And we do have North China area army moving up there, 23rd. Obviously, we'll have another HQ when it does return. Yep, more artillery here as well. Yeah, China Expeditionary Army also moving there. It's going to be handy. The base forces finally arrived over here as well now. So they can remain here then, I do believe. Yeah, better to remain here due to proximity to supply, really. So they can remain. There we are. Not bad, not bad. We've seen assets moving towards Luganville, but we don't have a huge amount of sight here today. I'm going well though, personally. How are you doing there? It's not bad. Might go ahead and attack there tomorrow. I don't think I can do. Yeah, additional mortars there too. Yeah, we'll go ahead and issue attack order here then. Not a shock, just a deliberate event this time. And then they can head down that way. Yeah, so I'm just going to wait until we get all the tanks out there. We do have a lot of things on the way. There's another army and another artillery unit on the way too. I don't mind waiting to a degree. We do have the potential to use the armored vehicles. And we'll lose some and we'll have a lot disabled, but we have the potential to attack chunking with the armored vehicles and just support an artillery. And essentially soak up some supply and drive down a level of fortification, which would be quite nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's actually quite funny there, chickens. That's a bloody brilliant joke, man. That's quite good. Right. Yeah. I still seeing the submarines around here. The good news is though, yeah, we have our other oiler group over here too. Yeah, so they're headed into Surabaya. That group there with 14k. The thing is with them, I'm tempted to set it that way. Oh, I need to install that. I forgot to do that last night there, son, but I will do that. I forgot to do it. Yeah. So I think I might have that 14k just deposited over here at Loblan. The reason being we have no fuel in this area. Really entirely in the Banda Sea, so it would be really quite handy to have that. So I probably will have and go ahead and head into Loblan, really. More than likely. Yeah. So we had the bombing go off today, which was useful. Still seeing those numbers there. Yeah, we're not seeing as much as we did yesterday. I had forgotten to actually move the Hasis Ks to Endenia and Fall. I'd done that, but I hadn't done that, so I'll do that later. We were aware then of carriers over here. We can't see them today, alas. We were previously aware of carriers over here. And, well, we can work out, really. I mean, this is the thing, is like, we can take a look at this destination here. We can work out, essentially, an area in which you could have moved in a single day, really. So it's not as if it's unknown, really. But yeah, seeing all these AOs over here would be excellent. You can imagine if we were able to get in here, we do have an increasingly large amount of submarines to do that with. And that's going to be a major pain in the ass for him. He's going to have to consistently move. And he has ASW. Speaking of ASW, go ahead and double check over there. Yeah, she took on quite a bit of damage there. That's a shame. She wasn't spotted beforehand, so he must just have patrols here. Yeah, that's a shame. Looks like he might have had some signal ops on that one. Yeah, that's a shame. Damn. Yeah. APDs is interesting. I do have to be quite worried about this though. I would really like to get some AV to Tongi. Single ship there. It was reported as a tanker apparently. Yeah. Thought we saw a ship down there. Aye, quiet day, but not a bad day. Take a look at the aircraft forces then today. 2 Catalinas, which is really nice there. Ops, a Lily and a Kingfisher. Good. Yeah, I'm really, every time a Catalina goes down, that's great. I mean, this is it. Unfortunately, we weren't able to destroy quite a number of those at the start. But yeah, quite happy about that. If we take a look then, ship sunk. I don't know what was sunk yesterday. It could have been. It could have very well been one of these ships that were over here at Darwin. But with her being in port, I'd imagine not. Away bombardment, I'd like to. But it is lower on the priority. It would be something to consider doing, really. But again, it's like, I was hoping that we would have had more information on the carrier's location down here. But we know that there is a number of carriers over here. We can try and work out exactly how many. There may even be some still here, but not many. There wouldn't be many, really. So yeah, I was trying to figure out what to do and really what not to do. Something that we have in mind is taking Kaga and Unyo and having them escort a task force out this way, essentially. Escort and be escorted by. How you doing this, Hugh? Yeah, essentially, an idea we'd like is having the Kaga and Unyo escort and be escorted by a task force, but then having them break off this way. You can see that line of sub-7 there, which is pretty impressive. And then have them break off that way, link up with, like, security force, associate surface assets, and then really move out into this area of ocean, you know, this general area of ocean really around here. The idea being to try and hit any shipping, tankers, whatever you want to name it. We know roughly where his British carriers are. So yeah, you can imagine obviously if we could get something down here to sink ships out that way, that'd be great. As for the Kitabatai, we did have a number of destroyers going to upgrades here today. It's going to be an interesting one really, because it's like, I could potentially get behind like a shipping lane raid, perhaps. 2 of them will be undergoing upgrades soon enough from that, so we'll have to decide. It may not even be worthwhile moving them. We'll have to take a look over here and just see how the situation develops. But you can see just how difficult it is to keep the area fueled up, so that's the thing that we're trying to... it was a different time. Yeah, I guess... and it's a difficult one as well. I mean, he did have luck there as well. I mean, we had a BB that just didn't do its job, and then we had one that did, but just not in time. And it's a difficult one when you're dealing with the fact that the allied player definitely feels like they can throw assets at you in a sacrificial manner, which is fair enough, really. It did make sense for him to do that. But yeah, that didn't go our way. But no. We'd have assets. The thing to remember as well is, like, Kaga is essentially a... she's almost like a heavy cruiser herself. She doesn't have the same level of deck armor, but she has a she has a shitload of belt armor. I'll tell you that. Yeah, she also does have like 10 20cm guns over here, so she could actually really put some fucking pounding out there. You know, she's not very maneuverable. She's quite a large ship, obviously, nearly 40,000 tons, but she can put a lot of pounding out there. It's quite impressive, really. Oh dear. I hate the fact that that upgrade removes her guns. It's like, no. Don't do it. I'd much rather have those guns. Yeah, so we'd have assets there. And I imagine by the time that happens, we'd probably have Yamato move down here. I think I'm going to have Yamato base down here. I like the proximity over here. It's like shallow waters as well, so we can have like decent protection against submarines. But it's like the fact that she could sit over here in Singapore, where there's like 70,000 shipyard capacity, which I think could take her. We do have another 30k there to expand it by if we so wish in the future. But yeah, and this is it. We'd lack coastal guns at Singapore, but we could have our own floating coastal guns in the form of Yamato. But it would be quite nice. It would be nice to have more security in this area, because he could potentially force a task force down here, really. It could be defeated, but it couldn't be guaranteed. But obviously we don't want to have like a bombardment of somewhere important. I mean, I could potentially base it up in this area. I'd like Singapore due to the fact that it does have the shipyard, and yeah, it works well to protect it. We cancelled the bombardment at Cairns. We just don't know enough about the area. I mean, the thing is, it's like, we know that there's 51 bombers here. We could have had, like, obviously the cars there to support them, but it's not guaranteed that it'd be perfect to protect them fully. We'd like to. We were up and ahhing about it for a good 2 hours, to be honest. We were like, okay. I mean, I preferred the option of, like, trying to go for, like, range 9. Try and get within range 9 and see if we were detected or not. Obviously, I haven't cap open it in the meantime. Garrett's like, well, if we're detected, then it kind of defeats the entire purpose of the entire mission. And it's like, we were so up in the air about it. Cans. I'm fucking English. I can name this shit. Oh dear. Yeah, so we were so indecisive about it. We thought, you know, it's better to actually just leave it for now, rather than go ahead with a mission that neither of us felt fully confident in, really. Which is fair enough. I mean, sometimes, again, it's knowing when not to do something. Yeah. They're over here at Woodlark. They're not exactly far from where they started off, so... And what we're doing instead is we do have these AKs, which are going to spread out and just see what happens, really. I just want to try and gather some information. If we could try and figure out if he's running naval search or something of that nature, or really what is actually over here, it'd be great to know. But it's difficult, really. Because the thing to bear in mind is, it's like, we don't get any more heavy cruisers. They're worth about 50 odd points now, so not a huge amount, but not an insignificant amount. And again, we just do not get any more. Moresby's okay, really. I'm going to wait until the actual forces arrive over here. And again, like, heading out to Moresby as well, it kind of gives away the intention that we have the... Well, it gives away that we have assets to bombard with. Also gives away that we don't have the cruisers over here right now. So we thought, you know, it's better just to sit and wait for the time being. Yeah, he does have detection over there. Not as much, but still detection nonetheless. We're up to 17,000 supplying out longer, so we're building that up. July at 29. So we do have plenty of supply down here in this area, which I'm quite happy about now. We need more down here at Bal in the near future, but we're okay for now. But we will need more. Yeah, so you can see we're building up fortifications over here. See you later there, pizza. Have a good one, my friend. Yeah, building up the air base over here still. Alright, so we managed to get in the construction companies over here. We want to try and get more of those in there too. I mean, he's still... Well, he's 18 hexes away from that position there. I don't know if he'd be in such a hurry to do that. We do have detection over here. And again, yeah, I mean, it's just going to be quite handy. We do have more submarines that head down this way. I might even take all these submarines out of port and potentially have them pushed down here, really. We'll see. We'll see. Obviously, having them there is going to cause them a major problem. And it would be excellent if we could get to those AOs. I mean, hitting his fuel would be... I mean, apparently it's a CV there. I'm not too sure about that one. But yeah, it could be true, to be honest. But it could be something else. But yeah, being able to take out his fuel would be a major, major win, really. Absolutely stupendous. But more time to prepare. We can see that we do have thunderstorms here today, extreme overcast. Music stopped playing as usual, so I need to get a fucking new player. I need to get that sorted today. Yeah, I continue to build up. So Woodlark is not far from being a size 4 airfield, which is quite good. Yeah, some of the changes I actually meant to do and forgotten to do, so that's that. So we'll go ahead and have that. Yeah. God damn it. That's what happens when you accidentally open 2 saves. Okay. Yeah, we do have the 2 cruisers over here. Down there, Jacumba. Right, another submarine headed in. So we do have quite a few submarines down this area now. I could probably do with more midget submarines as well, actually. They would be quite useful. But I have to take that into consideration. And just because at the end of the day, they are effectively living mines. Yeah. And they pack a wallop as well. I mean, this is it. They only have the 2 torpedoes there. 1 shot, essentially. But they do pack a fucking hell of a wallop. They will hurt. they surely will. We do have Oya and Kitakami over here. Destined to be bombed once again, but you know what I mean. Yeah. You can see the Long Lance has more effect, but yeah, still. I fucking love those guys. So there's like 80 torpedo launches there. Never mind what something destroys as well. So that's pretty crazy. What do we have here? Do we have that light cruiser? Jinsu. Yeah, Jinsu's there. Yeah. Hey, yeah. So that's it, really. I mean, the Kitakami and Oya are really nice force levelers, really. Because the thing is, it's like, they're more than likely going to hit something with those 20 torpedoes. And what's good, I don't even want to know. Can you imagine getting hit by 20 torpedoes? Fucking hell. There'd not be a ship left. It'd be blown to... Yeah, blown to hell. There wouldn't be much left at all. Excuse me. Oh dear. Exciting times. Yeah. We do have the G3s over here, then. Yeah, a number of undergoing maintenance repairs. But while they're here, being stood down, that's good. The issue that we had, I think it might have been this group. I'd have to double check and see how their morale's recovered. But I believe we had a G3 group that was down to like 30 odd morale. So if that's up to 46 already, that's pretty good. Ah, there we go. RL68 can leave too today then, I guess. Aye, got them moving really. Can gain another couple submarines out here, that'd be excellent. I'll do that later on then. Yeah. Tessa Foronga there, continue to build up. 24% there. 5% here at Fowler's Ship Bay. We really have built this area up. I remember playing Navy Field. Navy Field was a shit. Love that game. Did you ever have the Bayern chickens? You know that micro ship with like the what was it, like the 8-inch guns or something like that? The completely fucking ridiculous ship. The one that was like so tiny but had such amazing firepower. But I think it was like slow as shit or something. Oh dear. I think I had an Iowa. I got an Iowa, and I had like a King George as well. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yes, the two boats. Yeah. Yeah, every game did begin with Kitakami Rush. Yeah, wild times. What a meta. What a meta. Yeah, 2 guns, that was it. Okay. Fuck me, you felt the, the Kaiser, yeah, I remember that. I was, like, too young. Like, I can remember, like, getting to Iowa, and then I'm like, oh, okay, all of my crews are kind of crappy, actually. And then, like, this clan that I joined, like, they gave me it, so it was, like, nice people at that time. And this is it, it's like, that shit cost money, too, so that was really awesome of them. And then I didn't suck as much. But then, yeah, that game, you really had to learn. You really had to learn your shit, because you had to, like, guess the range, and you had to become good at that. And that wasn't easy. But that's what made it fun. Oh dear. Sponsored by Navy Field. I remember playing Navy Field too. Looked good. Just, I don't know, just didn't quite have that feel, I guess. I haven't looked at it in ages. Yeah, exactly, chickens. Oh dear. I did like how, I remember playing I remember playing an event once. Where they had, like, the Super Yamato, where it was, like, 2 fucking Yamato hulls, like, bolted together, and it was a carrier as well. It was like, that was fun. And it fired, like, atomic shells or some shit, and it's like, oh, shit. that was crazy. Yeah. Oh, dear. Good times, good times. Now, let's see. So, check on the ops report here, then. Okay. Mizuho Maru. I'd have to double check where she is. Yeah. I mean, this is it. It's nice to see reports of hitting submarines, and that will increase in intensity as well. And in regularity as well. Yeah, Ikazuki has been in the ARD Dublin for quite some time, which I'm glad. I mean, this is it. It does help it out. Bombay expand support size 8. Yeah. Yeah, you can see just how many DDs there, went into refitted Kobe. That's good. So we did have the A6M8 Advanced R&D, which is excellent news. Yeah. And new tank arrive. AVP Orion. God, that was such a long time ago. I think I remember that too. I think I do remember that. Quite a way ago. San Fran. Yeah, interesting ones there. Christchurch, obviously New Zealand. Is that the north? Over here? Where is it? Ah, there it is, down here. Yeah. Yeah, Spice Age. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true. It's the reason why this game, granted with mods, would just be timeless. But yeah, San Fran. Well, it'd be good to get to those ships. As I said, we did see a report, and there's apparently like 120 ships there in Sydney. It'd be great to get down there. I also love the belt meta. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Ah, no, that's the crazy thing, isn't it? It's like, effectively, you could have accuracy so good. You'd have, like, these, like, just insane groupings. You'd like, oh, shit. What a meta. Yeah. Ah, man. I'm just reminiscing there. What a good time. What a good time. I don't think there's anything else that's any good. I mean, there's World of Warships, but it's so grindy. I like it, but it's just so grindy, and I get so tired of the grind. I had the Dunkirk as well, that was a good ship. Oh, that was a fun ship. It's like the Richelieu. Richelieu was nice. Richelieu was a sexy ship. Get distracted here. God damn it, chickens. Let's see, man. Yeah, that's looking good. Just, yeah, it'll get there. I'm looking forward to when it does get there, in fairness. We are a bit behind on the Tojo, which is a bit of a shame. But it's getting there. Fairly behind to say that it arrives in September, but hey-ho. The Helen will be arriving soon enough, actually. Actually, a few more turns will have that advance as well, which should be good. So it should arrive next month, in fact. Yeah, it will. It will arrive next month. That's good, so we can start producing the Helens there. Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. I think it's because I was young. I just had nothing else to do. Yeah. That was a good game, then. Okay. I'm just dreaming of the day that we get another 8, or that we get that to 9. But it'll get there one day. Aye, looking good. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Right. We are due a couple of aviation units in the near future. Very much looking forward to when these air armies get out onto the scene, really. They're going to help us out. Just that shit about aviation support would be great. Definitely looking forward to that. Let's see. Of course, a big one is Yamato. Oh, Yamato. Yamato. I need to say it actually in the Japanese fashion rather than... You get used to saying it a certain way and it's like Yamato. Let's see. Yeah, 8 days, sorry. I thought it was 7, but it's 8. Yeah, so, I mean, she's going to be great. She'll be absolutely fantastic. The reason why I want her as well is just... she'll be fantastic there. Did you stream over your laptop? Oh, yeah, I used my laptop. Yeah. This is kind of like why I miss having additional screens, so I just do it all on the laptop here, really. But yeah, everything's done by the laptop. But it'd be nice to have her down there. I mean, I'd consider potentially having her base up this way to protect that oil and refineries, but yeah. We'll get the oil moving, fuel moving shortly enough again. Just trying to up the ace, we'll be in the area. We did have our victory at Bandwang. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I will use Bandwang as like one of the airfields here. And the reason being that it's a size 3 airfield, but the reason is it's hard to get to relatively, mountainous, which is quite good. Yeah, so it's quite nice like that. And we also do have some industry there, which is pretty handy. About the settings, why is it not looking good or something? Is it like the stream settings? And the laptop's fine. Let me see. Yeah, i9. Don't ask why I got 64 gig of RAM. I just thought it was a good idea, and really, really not necessary. Really completely unnecessary. It's fucking ridiculous, really. I thought about, because they're like 2 cards as well, because I could only have 2 cards. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get that much. So I'm like, well, maybe I just give a stick to my little brother in his computer or something like that. So it's like full-size desktop RAM. I'm like, well, maybe I do that. I don't know. Something to brag about. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's take a look over here then. A little bit distracted. So we can see that fatigue there. Stubbornly high still, but obviously we do have cap running 10 there. You can see obviously they're going to remain higher. Yeah. Has been a bit of a pain to get them down here. And that only serves rain too. I need more construction over here, so we're up to 50% today. Really want to get that built up there. As to whether we can or not, I'm not too sure. Aye. Supply is going to be the big issue there. So trying to get that in now, really, where we can. But once we get that airfield, we can fly it into, which would be handy. Fatigue here is okay. Yeah, I mean, essentially what we're going to be going ahead and running with then is the G4s. As they work a little bit better with the actual Zeros. They're just faster as well. They're faster torpedo bomber. A little bit more durable. But yeah, that speed is going to be a big thing, really. Just, yeah. Ideally, that'll just make it that much more possible for them to get through and land a fish, really. Right. Morale there 98. Morale there 66, so yeah. So there's 11 in the pool here at the moment. The good news is over here at Lunga, we did land a second air flotilla during return. Has it completely unloaded? Well, supply to unload here. A little bit more there too. Yeah. Good thing is I could create midget subs here if I wish to do so. I'd like to get to 20k in fairness, but we could do that. Excuse me? Yeah, so that takes us there to the required amount of aviation, which is really nice. Yeah, so you can see that we do have 168 and we require 166, so that's going to help us out. We actually do have adequate support now. We just need to get more aviation out here, but it will make a big difference. It definitely does help them out. Yeah. Yeah, it just helps us to rest them, helps us to get that damage down, really. Sort of fatigue down the aircraft. Alright, so we're building up a port over here now. Like, we do have the airfield to go. We're just trying to build this up and then, like, try and get things into position where we can just do it in a single turn, really, if that makes sense. As a surprise, if that makes sense. Right, gotta build up on that airfield. Yeah, building up a port there. Luna, looking good. Nah, that's pretty good. So, oh, pretty much. Not a huge amount to look at today, but I don't mind that. It means it'll be quite quick to get the turn done, ideally. I think we'll go ahead and attack over here in the coming days. I'm going to wait until the tanks arrive. May as well go for that. Tire units are going to begin to move in there. I get them marching. There we are. And it's like 600 AV there. I think we need about 1,000 or 2,000 to garrison the entirety of China or something of that nature. So we could probably manage that with some Thai forces. I think I may move another Japanese division down here one day. Or we might try to manage with a couple Thai divisions and Japanese, but we'll see about that. Yeah, so we're up to size 6 airfield here at Magway. That's going to continue. Which I'm quite happy about. Yeah, so like right now, he's effectively... yeah, I think this is just all Japanese forces, yeah. They look to be entirely Japanese forces there. Ooh, it depends, really. It does depend. I mean, this is it. It's like, I'd like to do the Soviets, but I'm not wedded to it. Nor am I really wedded to any plan, particularly. Everything does revolve around China. So once China's done, then we can decide. India would be an interesting one. We'll have to see, really. We shifted the Oscars from Magway over here. Obviously, we can't form the squadrons up because obviously they're in different aircraft, but we are likely going to move some of those guys out there, really. Probably shift them down somewhat. That's why I'm very much interested in getting Yamato out here, just because at the end of the day, it's like, if we could, even if we didn't have the necessary amount of, like, naval bombers, obviously having something with, like, gigantic guns would certainly get the job done. Right, they're on their way. Can't stop them now. I bloody well hope they make it. Moonlight's at 28. Alright, we'll see. So they do have... Yeah, they arrived over here. They managed to take on a little bit more flotation damage. Just off of Japan. Which is not exactly great. It's going to be a long time. 110 days then. Yeah. The price we pay, but she survives. I may take Keiko over here. Kako, sorry. I may take Kako over here, actually. So she is 10k. Yes, exactly. So I might have her shipped out to Shanghai. I could even move her to Busan, in all honesty. I just want to like have like one ship per port sort of thing, you know, so they can concentrate those assets. I think a larger shipyard would be better too, so either Shanghai or Port Arthur, or even one of the ports in the sea here, like Hiroshima. Yeah, Hiroshima. With that 100k be nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the DDs then. Upgrade it. We still have quite a number ready, which is good. We also do have quite a few in here for 20 days. What class is it then? It is the Kagero class. Kagero. Kagero. On the Ashio. Ashio. It's Ashio. Aye. Truth be told, I'm not sure where she's going from. I didn't know, Red Eye. Yeah, I'm just about to draw it to close, my man. It was a quiet turn, very quiet turn, so don't worry too much. But good turns. Alright, so we have those, all those destroyers there. So 20 days, they'll be ready. That'll be good. Right. We decided to opt and move an element to the 21st Division over to Guam as well, as we so wish to do, which gives us some solid AB at Guam. Obviously a little bit less. As you can see, that has the element over there at Orchid, and obviously there's still seemingly some over there at Saipan. I don't know why they didn't pick them all up. Oh no, sorry, that's because it's part of the same division, not part of that regiment. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so that's going to help us speed up the construction process here. 10. Yeah, and about 11 engineers, but it gives us some actual AB to work with. Now, as for whether 21st is going to remain here permanently, it's another thing. So I don't know if I'll have them change that preparation yet, but we'll see. Eventually we'd like to have like at least a regiment on each of these islands. Okay. Good. Again, shame about that. Alas, not much that can be done. Just try and get out there, yeah. Doesn't often happen, but it happens. Might try and intercept that. Okay. But there we go, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching. In a blast. Let's take a look at the nicks over here. So we have 9 nicks to the pool. Yeah, this is it. Obviously, you can see that over time we will increase the amount of nicks we have quite substantially. And this is going to be the interesting thing, is it's like this area would not be able to withstand a combined carrier assault, really. But it will be able to cause a lot of problems. Yeah, I know. 0 to sinking hero in a turn, unfortunately. Alright, thank you very much for that, guys. See you later on. Have a great day or evening. I will be streaming 1vs2 later on, so look forward